AfriForum accuses ANC of provoking U.S. funding cessation and property rights concerns. In a striking declaration, AfriForum, a South African civil rights organization, has lodged a serious accusation against President Cyril Ramaphosa and the African National Congress, ANC, leadership for inciting negative statements from U.S. President Donald Trump, including threats to cease funding to South Africa. The announcement came during a media conference held on Friday, where AfriForum leaders expressed their concerns and criticisms regarding the current South African administration's policies. Callie Creel, the CEO of AfriForum, emphasized that Trump's critical statements directly result from the South African government's irresponsible actions concerning property rights and the treatment of minorities. Specifically, Trump has voiced concerns over the government's disregard for these rights and the perceived mistreatment of minorities within the country. One of the critical catalysts for Trump's stern stance, according to AfriForum, is the passage of the Expropriation Act signed by Ramaphosa. This legislation has sparked widespread debate and concern due to its provision for expropriation without compensation under Section 12(3), which, according to critics, threatens property rights and could deter foreign investors. Despite AfriForum's urging to Ramaphosa to send this act back to Parliament for reconsideration, their requests were disregarded, leading to heightened tensions and criticisms from both domestic and international observers. Adding to the controversy, AfriForum pointed out the ANC's foreign policy choices, such as building relations with Hamas and Iran, which may contribute further to strained relations with the U.S., affecting South Africa's economic interests with one of its largest trading partners. Ernst van Zyl, AfriForum's head of public relations, highlighted the ANC's problematic rhetoric and actions prior to signing the Expropriation Act, which includes celebrating figures associated with land grabs and attempting constitutional amendments to undermine private property rights. Jacques Brudrick, spokesperson for community safety at AfriForum, also mentioned ongoing concerns internationally and domestically over land grabs, which, while not directly orchestrated by the government, are somewhat facilitated by a lack of decisive police action and existing legislation. The organization also criticized the Basic Education Laws Amendment Act, BELA, signed by Ramaphosa, which they argue targets Afrikaans-speaking communities by affecting Afrikaans schools, aligning this with broader accusations of discrimination against minorities. AfriForum maintains that while they have tried to engage with the government to find solutions to these divisive issues, their efforts have been ignored, a stance that can have widespread negative implications for all South Africans. Creel stated, AfriForum constantly asked that the African Growth and Opportunity Act be protected, emphasizing that any U.S. actions should focus on those pushing through harmful policies, not the country or its people as a whole. AfriForum is advocating for urgent amendments to the controversial acts to mitigate the effects and restore investor confidence. Their push for solutions highlights a broader call for responsible governance and the need to balance domestic policy with international relations to ensure economic stability and social harmony. Thank you for choosing Satori News.